Okay, so in this one, I'm gonna talk about something that I haven't seen at like pretty much at all. Like I don't see very many videos on this topic, and the ones I do see don't seem to really explain it that well. So I'm gonna try my best to explain this, and this is like the mental side of the game. And Valorant is like if you're trying to be competitive at this game and like really improve at it, this game is a lot just mental. And so there's like a way you kind of have to approach it if you like really want to improve fast, and like if you want to play this game competitively too, if you want to go pro at all. And like I'm no pro, but the I still believe that these things will are like very important to playing this game at a competitive like level. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the mindset you should have when you're going into your ranked matches, or you're just getting on to play the game. And if you're just playing the game for fun, I mean that's cool, you just have your fun with the game. But if you're really trying to improve at the game and get better, you have to go into every game with the mindset of wanting to improve and not caring about the short-term results. So, like going into these games, not caring about the win or the loss or even your KD, or not caring about anything, just thinking, what can I do this game that I can improve my play? And making this your primary goal rather than winning this game, or doing stuff like that, is it's gonna like it makes the game like almost more enjoyable, because like you don't have the stress of, oh, I have to win this game, or like, oh, it's my rank up, I really want this new high rank. It's just like if you improve at the game, the rank ups will come with it. So you have to stop caring about your rank so much. And it almost seems like counterintuitive, like, oh, shouldn't I, like, I want to win if I want to rank up. And I'm not saying you shouldn't not want to win, because that's still important, but shifting your goal from like, oh, I have to win this game, to I need to improve at this game. And it's kind of difficult because a lot of people have this like short-term like results based thinking, and it's like, oh, I mean, I lost this game or I didn't do well this game, that means I'm bad. And it's just not true. Like if you play a ranked match and you lose it, or if you bottom frag a ranked match, in like a month from now, no one cares. A week from now, like even the next day, no one cares anymore. It means literally nothing. Like ranked is, it's like it's just ranked. It's not the fucking VCT finals. It really, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It's just a rank. And it's ranks, I think, are pretty descriptive of your skill. I do think that like being hard stuck is more of a mental block, and more of a mental block than anything. If you truly deserve a higher rank, you will get there eventually. I think one thing that a lot of people should do is just stop blaming the teammates. That you probably hear that a lot, but I think it's super important. Like even if the game is absolutely, there's times where teammates, you just get unlucky with teammates, and they are the reason you lose a game sometimes. But you cannot focus on that, because if you blame your teammates all the time, or even just once, or you blame the game, or you blame something other than yourself, like it shifts the blame from yourself and makes your brain think that you did everything right, which just isn't true. Especially if you're in a lower rank, if you're really below diamond, this is very true. And even in the higher ranks too, like Diamond and Immortal and Radiant, you have to have this mindset of like, there's always something I could have done better. And this is going to help you improve a lot. And it'll also like create less headaches about your shitty teammates, because like there's games that you will win no matter how good or bad you do. There's also games that you're going to lose no matter how good or bad you do. That's just the nature of the game. It's inconsistent, and it's just like that. And there are the games that you really have to focus on are the games that you are going to be a deciding factor in. The games where the teams are evenly balanced, and the stuff that you do directly impacts the outcome. And so you have to have this mindset of there's always something you could have done better, and like what you can do to improve in your games. Now, a way that you can like win a lot of your gunfights even, and it's like it's so simple, is just having confidence. And it's like it's like almost like cliche, like believe in yourself and stuff, but it's so true. If like those games where you're popping off and you're going crazy and you're feeling really good and you're feeling yourself, you're very confident. And in those games where you're doing bad, you kind of feel down on yourself. It's just like you're just not confident, and that adds to it. Like a lot of people in these high ranks, like these immortals, and especially if you're facing a smurf, they just have so much confidence because they know they're good at the game, and or they know that they're better than the rank that they're playing in right now. If they're smurfing, or if they're like immortal or something, or a higher rank, they're like, yeah, I'm the highest rank in the game or whatever, I'm cracked at this game. They have like almost an ego, and it like adds to their skill. Like they are definitely like good players because they're in these ranks, but then having that ego, almost, it like helps them. Like the smurfing jet on the other team who's dropping 30 or something is really not as good as you probably think they are or make them out to be. They're just super confident. They're obviously playing in a lower rank, so they're going to do better. And it's like confidence is such a huge thing, and it's really difficult to like, there's not one thing that I can say that's just going to instantly make you more confident in all your games, because it just depends. Like maybe you had a bad day and like you get on Valorant and then you like do really bad and like your confidence is just down. But like if you have the mindset that you want to improve rather than you want to win in the short term, I think it really helps with this confidence because it takes a lot of pressure off. A lot of like being scared in your games and like playing nervous and playing scared is like because you're so scared about the result. It's like you want to play to win rather than playing not to lose, because there's a big difference there. Playing not to lose, you're playing scared, and you're like, oh, I don't want to lose this game. I don't want to lose this rank up game. That's why rank up games are so hard to win, especially when you're getting to a new peak, because you're like, god dang, I really need to win this game. I'm trying not to lose. And so you have to play to win. And it's a really small difference, but it makes a really big difference in your games. Because playing to win, you're like going for these shots. You're like, I need to make something happen, so I need to do something. I'm not letting my team do everything, and I have to be the one that makes a difference in my games. Because if you're on a losing streak or you're hard stuck in a rank, it's not all your teammates. Like it might be hard to accept for some people, but like the common denominator in all your games is you know? And teammates are obviously a big factor. This is a team game, but if you really deserve the rank up, you will get it. Even if you're solo queuing every game, there's people who solo queue to Radiant. I solo queued most of my games up to Immortal and just getting better, and like my mindset was to improve and not to win in the short term, because it really doesn't matter if you win that ranked game. Like it really doesn't. Ranked doesn't mean anything. It's just a rank in a video game. Like there's pro players who like are in lower ranks and they just like don't care. Like low immortals, there's some pros in low immortal, and they get up there because you know they play ranked and they're good at the game. But like especially the higher you go, kills matter less and less, and it's more about your impact. Like in pro teams, we'll take Sentinels for example. Everyone knows Sentinels. One of their most impactful players is their smoke player Zoms, and he doesn't frag every single game. Like obviously the big names like Tens and like Sick, they frag a lot and they have a lot of impact, but a lot of their games would be lost if they didn't have their smoke agent or they didn't have their IGL. And it's like your kills or like your performance in the match doesn't matter as much as long as you're getting your impact and as long as you're improving at the game. You know, if you want to get better, it's fun being good at the game, because you're hitting these crazy shots and you're feeling good about it. You're like, you just hit your highest rank, you're at your peak and you're feeling good. It's fun to be good. So you have to have this mindset to like playing to improve. Like improving is your main goal in it, rather than like, I need to win this game. And it's like such a hard thing to kind of like get. Like it's not easy. You can't just switch your mindset overnight. It's kind of difficult. You have to like really try to do this thing. And like your mindset is like such an important thing, especially if you get into the high ranks and especially if you're trying to play this game competitively. It's super important that you have a good mental. And it's like the same in other sports too. Like it's not just Valorant, it's just a general sports thing and a general like performance thing. If you are more confident and you feel better about yourself, you're probably going to do better. Just because you lose one game or bottom frag one game doesn't mean you're any less good than when you were playing at your best. You're still the same person, and it's like it's in your head. And you just have to get out of your own head. A lot of people are scared to play ranked, and they're scared, and it's just like it just doesn't matter. You just have to stop worrying about the short-term loss in your rank. Like you can't perceive losing a game or losing your rank or demoting or anything as like progress backwards. Like just because you lose a game doesn't mean you're getting worse. Or even if you're in a slump or something, it's like you're not worse at the game. You're still the same person, and you still have that potential to be good as you were, and if not better. So having a good mindset really goes a long way, and it also makes the game just more enjoyable to play. Like when you're not constantly mad about your teammates or like, oh, this game sucks, this or this happens, like you can't control any of that. So like focus on the stuff that you can control, which is yourself, how you react to things, and like what you're doing. And if like being toxic to teammates doesn't help at all, like if you're yelling at your teammates because they're doing something, it doesn't help at all. It's counterproductive. You're just gonna tilt them, and then the game's just lost from there at that point, because there's nothing you can do. Everyone's mental's in the dump, and you just lost the game. So it's super important, and for like the health of the community, like don't be that toxic player. Like even if you're not doing the best, like try and keep calming for your team, hype your teammates up, like bringing the mental up. And especially in ranked, if you're solo queuing, like the team who's like vibing with each other, they're winning these games. And it's just like the other team who's like tilted or something, and they have someone who's tilt queuing and they're just like toxic, they're probably like they're not winning that game. And it's so crazy that like this video game is so reliant on something that is not even a part of the game. Like it's in your own head. And it's just you just have to like have a good mental. It's so important in this game to have a good mental. It really goes a long way, and I think it will help a lot of you improve. As far as like your confidence, something as simple as going into every game and just saying, I'm the best player in this lobby. It's not going to be true all the time. That's just completely delusional. There's always a player better than you, but just saying that to yourself, just saying, I'm the best player in this lobby, or I'm winning this next gunfight, it goes a long way. And just like believing that you're going to win. If I'm in my ranked games and it's literally 11-2 in favor of the enemy team, doesn't matter. I know that for a fact that I'm winning this next round. And if I lose that round, so what? I know for a fact I'm winning the next round. If I lose a gunfight, it's no big deal. I know for a fact I'm going to get the kill next time. You just have to have like this overly optimistic mindset. And it just makes the game more enjoyable, and it makes your performance like it makes you like more consistent even. Because like if you start off a game, I've started off games going 0-6 in the first few rounds and then ended up top fragging the game and winning. It's like it's not over till it's over, and it's super cliche to say, but it's true. And so having this good mindset in your games, I think will help a lot, especially if you're in the lower ranks, and especially if you have like this ego and you're always blaming your teammates. If you just like drop it, play to improve, focus on yourself and what you can control, I promise you it will help you a lot, and you will definitely improve at this game.